Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be talking about the Axie Infinity gameplay, and especially for the beginners out there, and also I'll be talking about how you can strategize your Axies and also how you can finish the quests and the energy system and also the game modes. So please stay tuned. Gino. Welcome to Axie Infinity. So if you are a beginner, you might notice that three of your Axie is not in front of here. So you guys do not worry, just click on Axie and you click on this sync Axie. After syncing your Axie, you would see your Axie showing in front of the Axie Infinity. After your Axie appeared in front of here, you guys could go to strategize your Axie, the formation and everything, which in general, the formation determines which Axie that is going to get hit first. The frontline Axie are generally the tank, which because they are expected to get hit early in the game. So I usually put my tank in the front because that's what tank do. They tank all the damage, and my beast go mid and my bird is furthest away because usually you put your highest damage dealer at the back. Before I jump into the gameplay, I'm gonna explain what is energy system. As you guys can see here, energy system basically is the energy when you play the game. So it will refill 5 energy every 6 hours. That is if you have 3 to 9 Axie. And if you have 10 to 19 Axies, you will get 40 energy. And if you have 20 and above Axie, you will have 60 energy, which is the maximum. Even if you have 100 Axie, you will still get 60 energy. That is the maximum you can get. Basically, if you win in arena mode, you will gain MMR. If you have energy, you will also gain SLP. But without the energy, you will only gain MMR. While in adventure mode, you will gain SLP after you win a ruin. If you play it with energy, you will gain experience for the Axie to level up so you can play higher ruin. Without energy, you won't gain experience but still gain the SLP. Before this, I mentioned in my first video where you can get daily 150 SLP, but however that is now not the case because after the new update, we can only gain 75 SLP daily. So you can earn daily 75 SLP with or without energy, which is from the daily quest and also the adventure mode. Where you guys can see here, there stated 3 quests where if you finish 3 of these quests, you will get 25 SLP. Another 50 SLP you will get from the adventure mode regardless if you play it with energy or not. However, after getting 50 SLP, you won't get more even if you keep playing it, because that is the maximum where you can only get 50 SLP from the adventure mode daily. So that is basically how you can get your 75 SLP daily. So there are 2 game modes in this game, as I mentioned in my first video as well, which is the adventure mode and also the arena mode. Adventure mode is basically players versus environment. This means that you are battling against the AI in the game. While arena basically means PvP, players versus players. This means that you are battling against another players, while in arena, if your MMR is high enough, you can get into the leaderboard. There will be reward of the seasons if you guys are able to get into the leaderboard. Just before we jump into the gameplay, I'm gonna talk about the basics that you guys should have before you start playing Axie Infinity. Now you guys can see that there are different stats for different Axie. The stat of an Axie are dependent on 2 variables, which is the class and also its body. As you guys can see with my pure bird, I have 439 health, 85 speed, 49 skills, and 57 morale. However, what does these stats actually means? So these stats actually represent what will reflect on your Axie in the real battle. The higher the health, the higher your HP will be. While the second one, the speed, actually decide who will attack first. If your speed is higher, then for example, this Axie right here, this beast, then you can see that my bird here will attack first, then my beast. My beast will go second because my bird speed is higher than my beast. However, what if both of the Axie have the same speed? Like right now, you guys can see both in this game, my bird and the other bird is the same stats. However, the bird go first. Right now, as you guys can see, I will try to inflict damage on myself with my all-out shot cards. And after that, you guys can see On the second round, I'll go first because the second consideration in this game, who will go first, is the one who has a lower HP. The third consideration is who have a higher skills, and the fourth consideration is who has the higher morale, and the fifth consideration is who has the lower fighter ID, which is basically the ID of the Axie. The third stats, which is skills. Skills actually adds damage when an Axie plays multiple cards at once. The extra damage is calculated like this. As you guys can see, when I use this card alone, the damage is 115. But when I combo it with another card, the damage becomes 121. So if you combo it with another card, it will increase damage based on your skills. For the last stats, which is morale, while morale actually increases critical strike chance, it also makes entering the last stand more likely and adds more last stand sticks, which is the bar right here, as you guys can see. You guys also must remember your energy. In the game, energy is basically the energy you need to play your cards. Some cards might need 1 energy, some cards might not need energy. So basically, you start with 3 energies at the beginning of each new rounds. You'll be given 2 energies consecutively after each round, which is in the second, third, and fourth rounds, you will be given 2 energies. While in adventure mode, you will start with 4 energy at the beginning of each new rounds, and you will be given 3 energy. And right here, to keep track of which round the battles is currently in. At round 10, please remember the Blood Moon Curse will start, and at the end of the rounds onwards, all Axie will receive a HP deduction. For each card, as you guys can see, this is how much energy you will need to play this card. The upper one shows the damage, and the lower greens one shows how much is the shield. Where right here is the cards in deck. It shows the number of cards in your deck at the beginning of the previous round. So in a deck, please remember that there are 2 similar cards of each type. So if, for example, you have 2 of these cards on your hand and you use them, you will get them on the next shuffle of the deck. While this one is opponent's card in deck. It shows the number of the cards in your opponent's deck at the beginning of the previous round. And this is the discard pile. It shows the number of how much card you have discarded. Also, do keep in mind that each class have their weak against and strong against. Take a look at this picture. Screenshot it, guys, because this is very important. As you guys can see, using a beast attacking a plant will have more 15% damages, while plant class will have lesser damage against a beast. So use your Axie wisely. If you have the option of using a beast card to attack a plant, it is way better with the extra 15% damages. If you use a bird card instead, you will have a lesser damage. So remember, it's not about the body, it's about the part. If you have a bird body but with a beast part, you would have a beast card. Then the card will have extra damage against a plant Axie. When attacking, it is based on the class of the cards, while defending, it is based on the class of the Axie. These are also the basics of buff and debuff. This is also very important, so take a screenshot right here. So as long as you play longer, you will memorize it naturally, as I have. So let's jump right into the gameplay. Now, the opponent right now we are facing is a plant, a beast, and a reptile. You can see the class logo beside their HP. Right now, because I got a good card on my beast, I decided to go for the combo. The single combat, if you combo with at least 2 other cards, I can get a guaranteed critical strike. And if the tank do not put up any shield, I can actually kill it in the first round. Yes, he did not put any shield. So as you guys can see right now, the plant is now in a last stand mode. And I used the October treat just for the shield. But even if they did not attack on the next attack, my card won't go to waste because I can draw a card if my shield does not break. They actually go full out on my tank, and my tank is still standing thanks to my October card. So we are actually pretty ahead right now. So now, I used the all out shot because I needed to save energy against the reptile for later. The all out shot card does not require any energy at all, as you guys can see the number of 0 on the card. Also, because a bird is always good against a beast with the extra 15% damages. This card right here, Egg Bomb, it will apply aroma on myself. So basically, if you have aroma on any of the Axie, all attacks will be going to the Axie with aroma, ignoring the position of the Axie, like how this beast attack my bird instead of my tank. I purposely used the Egg Bomb on myself because I predicted that the opponent will probably not waste too much energy on my 57 HP plant, so I took the risk, and now all 3 of my Axie is still alive. Even though a bird is not that good against a reptile, but I wanted to save my beast card for the next round, so I used my blackmail card instead and save 2 energy so I can get 4 energy the next round. Right now, I can use all 4 cards against the reptile with my beast because I knew he would use Snail Goo, so I put my Nutcrack, which is the higher damage cards, in front to break his shield, and after I got stunned, I will miss the attack, so that's why I put my second card with the lower damage ones. If the shield is very high that on the second card only will the reptile shield break, then on my third card it's still the lower damage card. That is why I put my highest damage card on the last. And that is how I won this game. So guys, that is how you guys play Axie Infinity. And I really want to emphasize one of these tricks that will really help you to improve in playing the game in Axie Infinity in arena mode, which is counting the enemy energy. Because if you know how much energy your opponent have, it's really easy for you to guess what cards will they use and how much damage you will receive. So each of the rounds you will get 3 energy, so just put your hands up like this if you have some problem in remembering stuff like me. So I really literally do this. I put up 3 fingers, and if they use any card, I just put down 1, and I will know that they would have 2 energy left. Each round, as round 2 to round 3 and round 4, they will have 2 energy each round. So after they use the first energy in the first round, you would know you just deduct 1 energy like this, and after that the second round you just put up 2 finger because you know each round would have 2 energy. So right now you know that they have 4 energy. You know how much damage you would receive, so you can put up the shield that how much you want. And maybe if this round they already use 4 energy, so next round you would know that they have 2 energy. That's how you just add and subtract how many energy they use or they don't use. So that is really helpful for me because I really can't remember how much energy they have if I don't do this, or if I don't use a pen and paper to write it down. But pen and paper is really inconvenient sometimes when you play outside or whatever. You don't really have pen and paper with you all the times, so you have your fingers with you all the time. So it's really easy to use these tips, and you can really dominate the game more, and you can play with more confidence if you know how many energy they have left. And also, please remember the buff and debuff. I do believe that the longer you play this game, you will memorize it naturally, like I did. Like, I'm not really good at memorizing, but still I can remember almost all the debuff and buff. And also the triangle where each class is strong against and weak against. That is really important, because if you don't know that, you will be at a very disadvantage because you would use your bird to strike against a plant, which is not efficient when you have your bee standing right there. So I hope this video is really useful, especially for beginners out there, because this video is made especially for the beginners, for you guys who really just starting out to play Axie Infinity, or maybe you plan to buy Axie. And this video is really good because I already explained what is morale and what is skill, something that is really basics, so you guys could understand more about Axie. Guys, we have reached at the end of this video. I already taught how you can strategize your Axies, everything, what is the basics and the gameplay and everything. I hope you guys learned something new from me today, and I really do appreciate that if you guys could subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it to your friends if you guys find this video is very helpful. So see you at the next video. Bye.